Hello everyone. Today I'm meeting with Stacy Allerton from the Smith family. Thank you so much for joining me today, Stacy. I really appreciate it. Stacy is a savings and money-minded coach, and she also works within the Saver Plus program within the Smith family. We're here today to discuss the Saver Plus and Money-Minded programs and see how they are for university students. Could you tell me a bit more about your work with the Smith family and maybe provide an overview about the Saver Plus and Money-Minded programs involving who can become involved in the programs?
I've worked for the Smith family for 6 years, and while the Smith family is Australia's largest educational charity for children, the Saver Plus program is designed for adult students and parents who have children at school. So the Saver Plus program is a free financial education program designed for people aged over 18. We do have an eligibility criteria for the program. So in order to access Saver Plus, you need to be studying or have children at school, because the matched savings that you receive at the end of the program can only be used for educational expenses. So to be eligible to take part in Saver Plus, you need to have a healthcare card or a pension card, receive a Centrelink benefit payment or allowance. You need to have some extra income coming into your household. So that might be your own income from a casual job, for example, or if you're partnered, perhaps your partner's income. And you need to be enrolled in study yourself or have children at school that you'd like to save for.
The Saver Plus program includes a free 10-month saving program and access to online financial workshops. Can you tell me a bit more about the support that you offer participants in the program?
Lovely. So we are really fortunate within Saver Plus to be able to offer individual coaching to support somebody who's doing Saver Plus to achieve their financial goals. And I guess we do that in two different ways. So when you join the Saver Plus program, initially what you will do are 5 online workshops. Those are what we call our Money-Minded workshops, where you learn more about planning and budgeting for the future, credit checks and credit products, superannuation, scams, and some principles for managing your money in the everyday.
So those sound like really good workshops that really target very specific things that are really good for university students and really everyone.
Look, absolutely. I think we take a perspective within Saver Plus that everybody can always learn more. And I've run many Saver Plus workshops over the last 5 to 6 years. And every time I am really surprised by an idea or a strategy that a participant is using that I have never ever thought of. So I myself as a practitioner am always constantly learning new ideas and new approaches for managing money.
So how do people learn more about Saver Plus?
So Saver Plus has a website. I'm sure you can find us if you Google. We have an online inquiry form that you can fill out online, and then myself or one of my colleagues from Queensland, here in Queensland, will contact you to find out whether you're eligible for Saver Plus. And then myself or one of my other lovely colleagues here in Queensland will give you a call to talk to you more about the program and check whether you're eligible to do the program. If you happen to be eligible for the program, what we will then do is make a time to meet with you to do the Saver Plus application form, which includes a budget. And it really gives you a bit of a chance to think out loud with somebody else about your financial situation and what your goal might be for the Saver Plus program, but also more broadly. I also really find those conversations really rewarding, because there is a real opportunity for us on Saver Plus, working on Saver Plus, to support students by linking them into other government programs and services that could help them save money, and that will also continue to build their financial well-being.
One of the standout features of the Saver Plus program is the matched saving contribution.
Lovely.
Yes, of up to $500.
Yes.
Can you explain how this works and how students can take advantage of it for their educational expenses?
Lovely. So once you have completed the Saver Plus application form and we've reviewed your budget to help you decide on how much you would like to save for the purposes of Saver Plus, we will then encourage you to make a plan to deposit a small sustainable amount of money no more than $12.50 a week or $25 a fortnight or $50 a month every month for 10 months. So we are a 10-month-long savings program where you get the opportunity to practice depositing small amounts of money consistently over time. Across the 10 months of saving, you have the opportunity to access the 5 MoneyMinded workshops where you can pick up more tips, strategies, ideas, connect with other people also doing Saver Plus and learn from them. Once you've finished your 10 months of saving and the 5 Zoom workshops, ANZ will match what you have saved each month to a maximum of $50 a month. Over 10 months, that's a total of $500. So you get $500 free to put towards your educational expenses. And most commonly, I find students are really keen to do Saver Plus in order to perhaps upgrade their laptop, pay for placement or residential schools, paying for professional clothing or further courses of study that they might have. I have some very savvy students who use their match savings to pay for their university costs or their student amenities fees as well.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds absolutely amazing how, because you said it's $12.50 a week, which seems very good for people.
Yes.
You're not putting a huge amount in.
That's exactly right. So I think what I often notice is that I come across people who are keen to join the program who have struggled to save because they've tried to save too much. And there's a lot of, I think, sense of guilt around money. So people often feel like I should be saving more or as much as I can, and I find that's just not sustainable because there will be some kind of life event that pops up, or what we call in Saver Plus a budget buster, where they then need to access all of their savings to pay for that expense. Our focus really is supporting students to decide on a small sustainable amount of money that they can consistently deposit every week, fortnight or month for 10 months. One of the common challenges that people have in saving is sometimes setting an overly ambitious goal that they find hard to meet, and then they end up becoming discouraged. So we really promote setting a clear, simple, easy to achieve goal to help you start saving.
Yeah, that sounds absolutely amazing. And as well, the community that you talked of.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Look, people come to Saver Plus with a lot of skill and knowledge already in managing money. And it's quite amazing when you have a Zoom room full of people across Queensland, including students sharing their ideas about where are the best websites to get the best deals. I'm very fortunate because I feel like I get to learn all of these great shopping tips doing the program.
Yeah, and I think as well it's really important that you see if you're struggling with saving, there's so many other people who
Absolutely,
are also,
you're really not alone. One of my favourite things about the program is that people do get a chance to connect during those workshops and learn from each other, but also feel less alone. I think we tend to feel a lot of shame and stigma about not having enough money, and we continually question ourselves if our budget is really tight, when I think the reality is that the cost of living is making life really challenging. And hearing other people share their challenges makes us feel a little bit less alone, and we're less likely to try to blame ourselves, I think.
I definitely agree with that. Before we move on to the financial literacy component of the interview, is there anything else that you'd like to share about these programs and opportunities?
Look, I would really encourage people to consider joining Saver Plus, not just for the $500 in matched savings, although that's a wonderful bonus. I think the strength of our program really is the opportunity to get individual coaching support throughout the 10 months, so that if you have a hurdle, you can connect with somebody who can help you navigate, what do I do next? Where else can I get some extra money to support me to pay for whatever expense has just come up for me? Another really beautiful part of the Saver Plus workshops, I think, is encouraging us to know ourselves and to be kind and compassionate to ourselves. So that might include knowing that, okay, look, I am someone who is a bit vulnerable to overspending, for example, when I'm stressed. And so once we know ourselves well, what we then can do is put plans in place to set ourselves up for success.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much for your time today, Stacey. It's been incredibly insightful learning about these programs and how they support financial wellbeing of students. Thank you very much.
No worries. Thanks, Ashleigh.